Alrighty, hello everyone. I am very sorry about the wait on that. My other phone packed in on me. I had two cameras going. As you can see, I've got a wee face cam was up there in the top corner, but it stopped working. So let me see. I'll just get rid of that. So yeah, I was looking forward to having a camera set up sort of in the corner of the room, just so you can see a bit more of what I'm up to. But it wasn't to be for tonight. I'll hopefully get it sorted for the next stream. But yeah, I hope everyone's well. Hope the sound's okay, and you just can let me know if it doesn't sound right. But yeah, the plan tonight is to get this guy painted up, and it's pink. You can see him. I stuck a wee picture of him up there in the corner. That's what he should look like by the time I'm finished. But yeah, I'll get a wee look at the chat here. There's Brick-a-Brack in, Tom's in, nice one Tom, nice one Brick-a-Brack, Darth Buzz, nice one, hello man, how's it going? What about yous all? I've missed all this chat that was running there I was panicking there trying to get, I had it all working last night. It was great. I had me and Melanie had a bit of fun just testing it out, and it worked perfect. My parents gave me another iPhone. They got their phones replaced, and they gave me their old iPhone. So I connected it up to the computer and ran it through OBS, and yeah, it didn't work. So just of all things tonight, I suppose if it was gonna go wrong, it was gonna go wrong tonight. Yeah. And Spider-Man, nice one. Sounds great. Good to see you in. I'm glad to hear it sounds good. So I haven't really even got set up. I've got my wet palette out, and I know I found this pink. I didn't know that I actually had any pink lying around, but turns out I had a tube of this stuff. It's fairly close to the colour I need, so I'll maybe give him a coat of that first and then see where I can go from there. And yeah, Brick-a-Brack, I know technology. It was working perfectly last night, and it was so easy. And yeah, just tonight it just refused to work. But sure, we'll go with the old method tonight. I've still got my border there. If you see, I did my best to try and snazz it up a bit and give it a bit of a border. I don't know, but and yeah, I'd like to say hello everyone. Thanks for jumping in. I see this is 60 of you in there. Sorry if I missed anybody. Don't forget to say hello, and I'll give you a shout back. But yeah, good to have us here. Good to be back. I took a wee break there for a while, just sort of sorting out my room and getting a few things sorted. I got like a boom arm sorted here from a camera, so it's sitting in a better sort of spot up here, so we can get a better view. And then I've got a mic here hanging to my left. So and that's it, Brick-a-Brack. Oh yeah, the hazard stripes. I love the hazard stripe look. Yeah, I know. But let's see. I'll maybe take him off the stand for this and slide it over there. But yeah, I'm really happy with this build. All the details and stuff have turned out really well. This is the best wiring job I've done to date. I'm very happy with all those details. So yeah, I might go for another one of those gas drawn builds, just because there's so many good ones to choose from. So let me see, I'll get my palette loaded up, get some of this pink on. I don't think I really need to start with any other colours. It's really just pink and gold. Pink and gold, and maybe a wee bit of, what is it, gunmetal I suppose, on the exhaust. So fairly simple colour scheme, and shouldn't be too bad. It's more the shading. I want to try and get that nice. You can see there up on the picture there, he's got like a nice sort of shading going from a light pink there into dark pink. I'm gonna try and go for that. Yeah, Darth purpley pink. It isn't around there, but this is the only pink I've got. So I was thinking I'll give him a coat of this sort of pink first, and then I'll try mixing up to see what sort of colour I can get it to go. I'm not quite sure. Maybe add some orange to it, or maybe some red. We'll see how we go. It might look a bit bright pink to begin with, but sure, as long as I don't put it on too thick, we should be fine. But yeah, so I got myself sorted finally with a computer. So editing is a lot easier now. That last video I got a wee bit of it done when I got the new computer. I got it set up just and moved it from my phone to the computer just to try and get a go. Editing, yeah, I know it's going to take a wee bit of getting my head round, but it shouldn't be too bad. Bric-a-brac. Do I have any purples I could mix in for the shot? I don't have any purples at all. I maybe have to mix some up. Yeah, I had a good look. What do you see? I'll lift up my paint my paint collection here. That's pretty much all the paint that I have. I don't know if you can see all that. See, yeah, that's not too bad. That's pretty much all my paint, but I'm sure I can mix up a half decent purple out of some of those. There's but no, I had a good look through it all. There's no purples in there at all. So I will have to work with something. But yeah, it's just sitting on the floor there beside me. Puppy Burrito, how's it going? Good to see you here. Nice one. And bric-a-brac, yeah, dark blues. Dark blues, that could be an idea. I've got plenty of those. Plenty of those. So let me see, yeah, pink. I'll get this coat of pink on first. And we'll see, we'll go from there. I'll just use my big scruffy brush. I don't need to be too particular. Let's see, have any kitchen roll? Oh no, don't. I forgot to lift some kitchen roll. I have a cloth here, I'll use it for now. So anybody up to anything themselves tonight? Any Saturday night crafting while everybody else is out partying? Let's see, I'll start maybe underneath here just to see how it goes. Because it's very bright. No, it's going to be okay though. It's going to be okay. I can work with that. We'll just darken it down from there. Oh, and at some point I'll have to go and get the hairdryer set up. I forgot. That's another thing I forgot to do. That was a disaster. I was so disappointed. Hey, Bric-a-brac, been painting up some Transformers. Oh, okay, nice one, nice one. Just giving them some weathering or giving them a completely new paint job. And this is going on a bit thick. I don't like it at the minute. These tubes, I have found they are very thick. The paint. New paint jobs and different characters. Oh, nice one, nice one. Custom paint job Transformers. That's pretty cool. No, I haven't been doing much. Trying to get this room sorted just into a bit better of arrangement. Flip, this is going very bubbly. My word. I don't know if I like this paint or not. It's usually quite good. Let's see, what am I doing wrong? First coat though, I always get nervous on the first coat. Just go with it. Go with it. Come on. Trust the system. Yeah, bric-a-brac, that crisp fresh look, that's always hard to achieve. Always hard to achieve. Always admire anyone that goes for the crisp job. I always try to go for the beaten, battered look just to get away with any mistakes. And Darth, I'm in the middle of making 105mm wide flowers for Mum's sunflower sculpture. Right, not really enjoying it. Never sculpting a flower again. Tedious work, is it, man? Just a bit tedious. It'll be worth it in the end, we see. So those wee tedious things come together in the end. Oh, some of these places are going to be a bit awkward to get into. Bric-a-brac, I have some new Valhalla Mecha color paints that are designed for Gundam, and I like it. They're turning out by... Nice one, nice one. Valhalla, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Valhalla. Or no, it's Vallejo. Vallejo. There, I got it right. Yeah, those are good paints now. I've seen a lot of people using those. That's the one. Nice one. Nailed it. I'll try to my best to leave this radiator for now, because I'll probably do it in a gunmetal grey or a metallic, something along those lines. But no rust on this one. This will be one of my very few bots. I'm not doing a rust coat on first, just straight in there with the colour. Yeah, the mecha ones are specifically designed for extra durability, so they can be used on... Oh yeah, for articulation. Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. Just a wee bit more hard wearing. And are they reasonably priced, you know, compared to most paints? I mean, I've never really priced any branded paints. I just go straight for the cheaper stuff. And yeah, this was a fun build. I really enjoyed this one, working from a plan, you know, having the sort of design there in front of me. It was very cool. And yeah, they're compatible to about 250 a pot. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. 250 a pot. That's not too bad. That's not what I would call expensive. Definitely not. You know, cheap craft paints I would consider like between £1 and £1.50 a pot, and that's what I consider cheap. So no, 250 is not too bad at all. I'll have to maybe get a look at some of those. And put on a couple of drops at a time. Okay, so I take it they're extremely heavily pigmented then, or yeah, heavily pigmented. That's cool. This paint's starting to move a bit better now. Oh, I still can't believe my other camera isn't working. I need to get over that. Had all sorts of scenes. I don't know if any of you are familiar with OBS, but I was teaching myself to learn OBS or to use OBS, and yeah, I thought I'd done a pretty good job changing between scenes, and I had a chat scene and all set up. So when I was looking through the chat, yeah, I know, but flip's sake, next time. Carl, nice one, Carl. What about you? And bric-a-brac, the craft paints I use £2 each. Pebio from Hobbycraft, and they're 60ml. Okay, yeah. These ones in particular I got in Lidl. It was in a pack, and they're what, 100ml, and I think the pack was about £4 or £5 for eight paints. So that works out pretty good. Now getting to the point I'm gonna have to go and get the hairdryer. That's moving a wee bit too much for my liking. That might need glued. Oh, I hear Melanie getting the hairdryer for me. Nice one, Melanie. Thank you. Thank you, Manly. Just leave it on the floor there. That's perfect. Look at that. That's brilliant. Can't argue with that, and I always say no matter how bad the paint turns out to be, you can almost always find a way. Yeah, no, well that's it. I just found these ones were very thick, but when it comes to this pink, it was going on a bit funny at the start there. I don't know if you can see. It was maybe just me. I just loaded the brush too much maybe. But yeah, it was a bit worrying in the beginning. I thought it was going to be a bit weird. But no, it's looking okay now. And I'm sure when I hit it with a hairdryer, it'll get rid of some of that foam that is built up there. I know, Brick a Brack, look at that, isn't that great? Hairdryer delivered. Awesome. The bot reminds you of a song by the Cars. A song by the Cars. Don't know many songs by the Cars, to be honest. Spider-Man, I know. Just streamlined my setup a wee bit. I didn't realise that boom arms for microphones were so cheap. It was like £12 for a boom arm for a microphone, and I thought, well, I can modify the end of it to take a phone cover or a phone holder. So yeah, I bought myself one of those, and it's much better. I've got the whole. It used to be that end of the table where you can see the light and stuff here had a box sitting on it with a you know, like a makeshift stand on it to hold the phone. So it's much better now. I've got so much more room for activities now on the table. Let's see, I'm starting to run out of places to hold here. Maybe give it a hit with a hairdryer. Oh, Mel. Mel is in the next room, quilling, paper quilling. She must have knocked over her tray. Oh, I can imagine the mess. Sorry, not my fault. Right, let's see. Yeah, I'll hit this with a hairdryer. Just to give him more places to hold on to. Back in two. Oh, leave him there for now. Get this plugged in. See, this is where the second camera would have come in. You'd have been able to see me do this instead of wondering where I am. Alrighty, sorry about that. I'm back. What did I miss? Pretty in Pink. Yeah, that's the one. I know that one alright. Yeah, Pretty in Pink. And yeah, that's much better now. It's looking a bit flatter on the bottom now. Those bubbles are gone. But yeah, I picked this one because his body is a bit of a similar size just to some of my lid bots I'd already built. So that was what drew me to this one. But I could see myself trying my hand at some of those other ones as well. There's some really cool designs there. I don't know if you've seen them. Gas Drawn on Instagram. Definitely worth checking out. It's weird not having to do a rust coat first. I feel like I'm spoilt here, going straight in with colour. And a Christmas build, that'll be the next thing I have to start planning. Some sort of build for Christmas. I really am. I'm not feeling it at the minute at all. I really can't think. I was a Christmas pickle. I would have thought of sculpting one of those, but Dr. Toys, he's already done that. I was going to do more of like a Rick and Morty, or well, Rick Pickle Rick Christmas pickle. But I could maybe end up doing that on a live stream anyway. I think I was saying that in the video. But yeah, I would like some sort of wee decoration or something that's accessible for everyone. You know, a wee bot that you could make that would go on your tree. Or, yeah, that's what I was thinking anyway. I'll have to put pen to paper and design something. Because I really haven't even started putting anything on paper for Christmas yet. Oh, nice one, Bric-a-Brac. Thank you. There's Gastron's Instagram there. Worth checking out. And I know, Darth Buzz, I know, it shouldn't take me long at all getting this bay finished. Well, I want to try and keep it as clean as I can, so I don't know, it could be longer than you think. Tom, yes, bah humbug. Or we say around here, ha bum hug. I know, man, I know. And Darth, you're gonna sculpt a Pickle Rick. Oh, nice one, nice one. Pickle Rick with a wee Christmas hat on. That's what I was thinking. A wee Pickle Rick with a Christmas hat could be quite cool. Just to hang on the tree, you know. I'll have to get maybe some of my smaller brushes just to get into some of those crevices. That's a bit tight in there for this big brush. But I'll block it out here as much as I can with this big one just to try and save on time. Airbrush, that'll be another thing I aim to get later on down the line. An airbrush would be fantastic, especially for these cleaner builds, you know. And Darth, you hate it? You hate Christmas? I wouldn't say I hate it. It's the build-up, really. I enjoy the day, but everybody just seems to go a bit mad on the build-up. It's a bit much for me. I don't get it. You know, but no, I certainly enjoy the day. Getting a big feed. You know, Melanie does brilliant Christmas dinners. It spoils me. It's great. Oh my, your birthday is Christmas Eve, Bric-a-Brac. Nice one. My birthday was last week there, so it was. Christmas Eve though, that's wild. That must have been rough when you were younger. And cheers, Darth. Nice one. Yeah, this one in particular, I'm pretty pleased with the bead placement. Yeah, if you want to call it that. Yeah, the wiring job. That's what I think I was referring it to. The wiring job on this guy is just brilliant. He's just getting a bit hard to handle. Well, that's more like it. Yeah, that's more like it. So I was thinking if I get a sort of overall coat that I like on this, an overall colour, I can come back and dry brush some of those accents in, like that sort of sheen along the front. I'll maybe use a dry brush. I'll see how I go, but that's the sort of rough plan when I get to that stage. Get him an overall nice purpley, or like Darth was saying, magenta colour, and then just try and work the highlights from there. I think that's the sensible way to do it. Oh, and thanks for the happy belated, guys. Thank you. Oh yeah, thank you. And bric-a-brac. Got a bunch of little presents for each then. Big one. Oh right, okay. That's not too bad then. On when you were younger, that's cool. That's cool. Martin, what about you, Martin? How's it going? You love Christmas? That's it, a big feed. That's what I look forward to most. The big feed at Christmas is just brilliant. And the leftovers, man. The leftovers, all the sandwiches and stuff you can make, or wraps. That's what we're into at the minute. Making wraps from all the leftover meat. Bric-a-brac, you could try glazing in some shadows. Okay, would that be with like a wash? Like a watered down dark purple? That kind of idea, is that what the glazing? Tom, only good thing about Christmas is the fact that it's over. That's it, Tom. When it's over, I will agree. It is a relief to have it over. You know, the day after is a bit of a relief. I will admit. That's it, all done and dusted, kind of thing. And get tore into these leftovers. Tom, yeah, it's getting bombarded for yeah. It's the lead up, yeah. The lead up is just getting early. As soon as Halloween's over, bang, that's it. It's Christmas, and you know it, and people won't let you forget it. Oh no, to me, it should be a bit of a breather. Just give it a bit of a breather. Let the end of October come, and then maybe start celebrating. But people have their trees up now. Literally day after Halloween, they stick their tree up. I think it's mad. Oh, is this turning into the grumpy old man live stream? Bum hug. That's what I say. Yeah, yeah. No, like I always said, I think if it was kids in our house, it would be different. But there's me and Melanie and the dog, or the two dogs. Oh my, the dogs, and yeah, we just celebrate it in our own way. Just watering this down a wee bit to see if it can make it run into some of these crevices. Oh, too much. Yeah, bric-a-brac, I know. Make sure I don't overwater it. I just did. I just did. Winby, hello, what about you? Winby. I think the first time in, is it? What about you anyway? Good to have you here. Thanks for jumping in. We're just painting up this guy from March of Robots. Pretty in pink. Apparently is the word tonight. Pretty in pink. Darth, Andy, am I right in saying there are two different colour primer coats? Yeah. This one, I give this one guy like a coat of grey first, and then I turned him upside down and just give him a spray of the red from below. It just makes him turn out better for the pictures. You know, Zenithal Prime is it, the pros call it. So yeah, just do a wee bit of that now with my grey and my red primer. It's just more for the glamour shots at the end. You know, but yeah, that's what I did with this guy. Oh, second time Winby. Nice one. That's cool. And Spider-Man, Radiator looks great. Was that from Combs? Or was that another vid? Spider-Man, no, that is cable ties. Just four strips of cable ties. Yeah, no, stuck beside each other. That's not from Combs, no. And no, I haven't really done a video on that. No, that was the first time I used that wee detail. I had a few cable ties sitting out, and I thought, here, they would fill that space nicely as a wee radiator. So yeah, that's the first time, and I will be using it again. I like the design of it, and especially if you've got a couple of slightly wider cable ties. Just, you know, it'll make it look a bit better. Apathetic Donovan, nice one. What about you? I'm just really going around now trying to pick up all these bits that I've missed in the smaller areas, just using that bigger brush and trying not to stick my head in the camera. Nick, what about you? Nice one. Thanks for jumping in. I could tell you about how I had 2 cameras set up tonight, but I'll not go on about it. I'm sure everyone's sick hearing me whine about it. But no, I'm a bit annoyed. I had 2 cameras set up and it just didn't work out at all. Ali Rojas, what about you, man? Nice one. Better late than never. Better late than never. I wouldn't worry. I was late tonight anyway. Craftsman, nice one. What about you, Craftsman? Nice one. Good to see you here. May. There you go now. I wish I had my other camera working. Flip's sake. What have I missed? Let me see. Is Dawn leaving? He is. Donovan, I shall see you in the next one. No problem at all. Thanks for jumping in anyway. Catch you in the next one. Take it easy. And thanks, Craftsman. Looking good. He's getting there. He's getting there. Just getting this first coat of pink on, and then I'm going to see what I can do about some of this shading. I want to try and get him to look like the guy up on the top here. That's the plan. And then I think Darth, were you asking about the graffiti? I haven't really had any plans for it yet. It doesn't look too bad. It's just that wee symbol on the top there, and then there's a wee bit more down here, and I think there's something wrote on the side there. I'll have to get a close-up of some of the pictures for the graffiti, but yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. It shouldn't be too hard. I'll just take one of my fine brushes and draw it out. I'm not too worried. Winby, you have a question about gluing. Why baking powder and why not baking soda? Personally, I use baking soda and it works great. Well, yeah, it's a bit of a talking point, all right. People aren't quite sure. It depends where you are in the world, because everybody refers to it differently. And yeah, it is a strange one. But if it works, it works. There is some people would say if you use baking soda, it can tend to foam up a wee bit over time, especially after you paint it. Sometimes you can paint it and then the reaction will still be going, kind of thing. But if you have never had a problem with it, fire on. There's no, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know. A nice one, Bric-a-Brac. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody in here that isn't already a big fan of the Craftsman. So let me see, where am I? Maybe going a bit overboard. There's bits in here that you're never gonna see, but I would hate to come to take pictures and there's a bit showing that needs a wee lick of paint on it. That wouldn't be great. So I'm just making sure before I hit it with a hairdryer once more that I've got all these wee nooks completely covered. And yeah, in case you're wondering, I usually say at the start, I've got my phone sitting here to the left of me, so I can look back and forward to the chat. So every now and again I'm zoning out into the chat in case I miss anything. And yeah, Winby, everybody will keep you right. There's like I've always said, there's no stupid questions here. There's always somebody that'll have the right answer or point you in the right direction anyway. Craftsman, from what I understand, the difference between baking soda and baking powder is the acid. I think the cooking, the difference comes into play more than the gluing. Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. I know, Bric-a-Brac, the camera, when it comes to taking the pictures, there'll always be a bit where you go, oh no. I should have been more careful. Thankfully now though, I've got my computer and I can Photoshop it out. Or GIMP. It turns out GIMP is a photo editing program. There you go. There's news. That was news to me. It's fairly easy to use if anyone's interested. If into editing your photos. I recently started using GIMP there. It's not too bad at all. Pretty easy to get your head around, and it's totally free. See the big baking powder debate. This is what happens. Let's see. I thought bicarbonate of soda had excellent results. Okay, there's Darth Buzz uses the bicarbonate of soda. Martin, baking powder contains acid in addition to bicarb, so neutralizes itself. All right. Aye, Spider. Does my lack of gloves? Not at all. Nah, not at all. It's fine. Bit of paint never hurt anybody. Oh, don't want to do that. There you go, bric-a-brac. That's it. That's it. The famous Mr. Garrison quote. No, I just remember my art teacher, Mr. Reed, you called him. He always used to say that. Constantly remind you, remember now, there are no stupid questions. So there's no excuse. That's what he used to say. No stupid questions, so no excuse. That was Mr. Reed, my art teacher. So yeah, I always sort of remembered that and thought that's a good thing to say when you're trying to teach somebody something. No stupid questions. And then yeah, you always get the follow up, only stupid people. Mr. Garrison. And yeah, bric-a-brac, free Photoshop, GIMP. Yeah, I was just a bit surprised at the name of it. But yeah, free Photoshop, brilliant. And there you go, Tom. Ask a question, be stupid for a minute. Never ask a question and be stupid for life. That's a good one. I like that one. I like that one. And if you want to do vector graphics, Inkscape is awesome. Okay, Inkscape, I'll have to look into that. Nice one, Inkscape. King Pope Caesar, what up? How's it going, King Pope? What about you, man? Good to see you here again. Inkscape recently scored Rust great with my K4. Alrighty. Craftsman, yeah, Mr. Reed was a great art teacher. He was a great art teacher. And obviously one of my favourite subjects, so having a good teacher in your favourite subject's always a bonus, isn't it, like? GNU image manipulation, alrighty. Sounds complicated, but I'm sure I could get my head around it. Right, let's see, I think I'm ready to hit this guy a blast with the hairdryer because he's getting very hard to handle. And then I think one more coat of that pink. Let me see, bring this lamp in a wee bit. One more coat of that. And it should be good to start attempting some of that shading. See what happens. Yeah, bric-a-brac, yeah, I know, yeah. GNU image manipulation, that's it. Yeah, I just thought But sure, these things have funny abbreviations, don't they? But 2 minutes, I'll get the hairdryer on here, I'll be right back. Alrighty, sorry about that. Let's see, what did I miss? What did I miss? Ooh, torrenting. No, we'll not go into that. We'll not go into that. And King Pope, yeah, Flying Mac. That's what I interpreted him as anyway. Flying guy. This is a, I don't know if you know, but this is a design from Gastron. I've stuck it up there in the top right there. That's a design from Gastron. That's not my own design. So I'm just trying to follow the same colour scheme. You know. And yeah, hovering, flying, I suppose, yeah. Although those are, yeah. He could fly. I would go for fly. Why not? And Martin, no hairdryer sign tonight. Yeah, Martin, let me see. I'll open my drawer here. It might be kicking around. Because, yeah, I do, yeah. I would rather there was a sign up there. Let's see. I've got a folder here full of all my junk. And no, it's not here. I'll have to just go without it tonight. I was, if you don't already know, I was in a bit of a panic tonight. I had 2 cameras set up. I had a face cam set up so that, you know, you could see my face and I could chat a bit better. But it stopped working just before it went live and I couldn't get it to work again. So when I started, I was a bit in a fluster, and I didn't have half of the things that I needed set up. So yeah, that's what happened earlier tonight. That's why I don't have my hairdryer in use sign. No, I don't have it. Oh well, sure. Next time I'll be better prepared, and hopefully I can get that face cam working, because I really do want to get it to work. Let's see, what have I missed? Back, yep, there's Gastron again, nice one. Hi, Lady Penelope's. Yeah, that's Lady Penelope's alternate mode. Yes, my lady. Yep. Mr. Doughboy, nice one. What about you? Nice one. Good to see you here, man. Right, let's see about getting another coat on this guy. Just getting a brush cleaned here. See, that was another thing I forgot. Kitchen rolls, so I'm just using a cloth line here. So I'm just using that instead. And oh, drinks check, as Matt would say. Drinks check. Tonight it is Coke Zero. So, cheers everyone. Oh, that's cold. Nice. Oh, I found it. Happy days. I'm back in 2, but I don't think I'll need that. Happy days. Found it. Alrighty, let's go. Get one more coat of this magenta on. I won't need it until I do. That's it. I know, Martin, that was it. Better the face cam than my main cam. That's a fair point. Yeah. No, I'm pretty confident I can get them working. I mean, they were both working last night. Not a problem. It's obviously because it's an iPhone. It's very reluctant to work with a PC anyway, but I downloaded a wee program that seems to make it work okay. But just tonight, it just didn't want to work. But I'm just happy that I've got this main cam. This main cam's going through the computer and streaming through OBS. So it's slightly different than what I'm used to. That's why I was able to do that wee music thing at the start, that wee stream starting soon. So that was something new. Sonny, what about you, Sonny? Nice one, thank you. Good to have you here. No worries, Brick-a-Brack. see, we'll start from the top, I suppose, work my way down. I'm already seeing spots that I've missed. The drawback of making it so detailed. And anything else, or anybody else up to anything tonight? I think I've asked that already, but it's always good to check again. Any Saturday night crafting or painting or just chilling out? Nice one, bric-a-brac. Cheers, man. Bit of chocolate milk, was it? Oh yeah, bit of chocolate milk. Nice. Sunny 9 AM, flip me, just chilling. Oh yeah, that sounds about right. 9 AM, brilliant. And Tom, you've just finished your latest. I'll check that out after. Nice one. Nice one. Oat drink, alrighty. Some oat drink. The hard stuff then, is it bric-a-brac? The hard stuff. And then Darth on the decaf. Lucas 8 for Tom. What about that? So nobody's on any alcohol at all then. We're all sober in the stream tonight. I must admit, this part here is one of the parts I'm most proud of. Let me see, get the light over. It's like a clasp. See, just in there. It's like a wee clasp, but really, really proud of it. For such a small piece. It's like, yeah, really happy with that part. Spider-Man for the wife's knitting Yoda hats. Oh, cool. Very cool. And you're just chilling out. And Tom, you don't drink at all. Makes you deaf and English becomes your second language. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I would drink the odd time. I wouldn't. I tried to get onto beer for years. I hated the stuff, and playing in a band, people were constantly buying you beers, and they were just sitting there. And still today, I don't like the taste of beer at all. If I was drinking, I would probably drink a cocktail or something, or just something sweet that doesn't quite taste like alcohol. That would do me. But no, not a big drinker myself. I don't really like the effect it has either. Like you say, it makes you deaf. But different strokes for different folks, I suppose. It was just hard being out gigging, being in a pub full of drunk people, and you being sober. It was very hard not to just have a drink in your hand, just to stop people constantly bugging you. Oh, do you want a drink? Do you want a drink? I'm only being nice. But when you don't drink, it's very hard just to say, here, no thanks, I'm alright. Yeah, I know. Soji, bric-a-brac, Soji, I'm not familiar. Still missed a few wee bits in here. Nice one, Winby. Get one open there. Get it open. Korean spirit like vodka, very clean and crisp. Alright. Okay. I'm a seed of a brush with longer bristles on it. Probably not. Just to try and get into these crevices a wee bit. No, there's no longer. No, stick with this guy. Has anybody any experience in painting something and dropping it? I've done that a few times. In a scenario like this, painting something upside down or painting something awkwardly, and you end up dropping it and breaking it. I've done that many times. It's not nice. And Spider-Man, did you consider putting a green LED in for the eyes? I did. It was an afterthought when I'd already sort of got them together. I thought it would have been cool to get a bead in there, but at some stage I need to get myself sorted out with like an electrical kit, some like a solder and a few LEDs and some wire, because I have tried working with those cheap tea lights, and they're very unreliable. When you start taking them apart and sort of putting them into different things, they tend not to work or not work as well as they did. I think Darth has a bit of experience with that. Yeah, sounding super tiny parts, 140. Ooh, yeah, wouldn't help at all. Fiddly stuff. But, and funny, I was watching a video recently on wireless LEDs. Has anybody seen those? And they seem to be quite cheap. So that could be something within the next few months if they improve them a wee bit or make them a wee bit more available. That could be wireless LEDs. Would be very cool. And yeah, Darth, I'm the same. Not great with electronics at all. I don't have much luck with them. Seem to, once I put my hand on them, they tend to stop working. Okay, getting there. And yeah, bric-a-brac, wireless LEDs. Imagine like a tiny wee gem. Just that you would imagine, yeah, a tiny wee gem. Let me save a bit of blue tack here. Something no bigger than that piece of blue tack as the LED. And with the kit you get like it's like a ring. Of it emitting some sort of electromagnetic field or something, but as long as you keep the LED within that ring, so you put the ring say in the base, and then as long as you keep that LED in and around that ring, the LED will always light. So yeah, completely wireless. And again, the video was saying, I think it was Wired, possibly it was on. He was saying it was like $15 for this set of wireless LEDs, but it's just the availability of them. They're not very common at the minute. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my hands on some of them. And Tom had a seizure painting your large bot. Oh man, flip's sake, Tom, that's unfortunate, man. Oh, feel for you. That's cat. And bric-a-brac, yeah, pretty much exactly like that wireless charging. Yeah, that was what he was referring to. It's the same technology as that wireless, wireless charging. And yeah, it looks like Witchcraft. The range isn't great. Obviously, you have to keep them within very close range of that ring, or whatever you want to call it, that sort of electromagnet. But and they only sort of work in a certain orientation. But it's worth looking up. If you check on YouTube, you might be able to find it alright. Just search wireless LEDs. Obviously after this video. Sonny, induction and LEDs, very little energy. Yeah, yeah, Sonny. Nice one, like. Running them for practically nothing. Funny, me and Mel were talking about that recently. The electric companies, come this time of year, have bound to took a big hit with the introduction of LEDs. Not that I feel for them or anything, flip me. But yeah, it's bound to be a noticeable difference for them at this time of year, considering most people now are using LEDs opposed to those old Christmas lights. Oh, bric-a-brac, I know, make it off heating. And never mind the electric, man. Electric prices have went up something shocking. Not that I'm going to sit here and start moaning about the state of the current economy or stuff like that. But no, electric prices have shot away up recently. It's unreal. Nope, don't feel sorry for them at all. But I just had a thought the other night, sort of thinking that companies would predict their income or whatever from one year to the next. And then suddenly LEDs come along and the electric company's like, uh-oh. But yeah, they'll certainly make it up in other ways, I'm sure. And Winby, I don't know, I haven't got the airbrush yet, Winby. No, I'm just excited to get my hands on one. I haven't got it just yet. It'll be something in the future that I look forward to getting. The electric companies tell me about it, Martin. I know they do. And the Craftsman, something about the warmth of the incandescent I really like. Yeah, I know what you mean. It is a different kind of light that comes off the LEDs. Yeah. No, we're not one for putting much lights up anyway. We've a few up around the living room, but not really. I'm not one for putting lights outside for other people to see. You know. And Winby, no, I didn't ask for an airbrush for Christmas. No. After getting this new PC and everything else sorted, I'll not be asking for much for Christmas. But no, I'll just put a wee start saving, if you know what I mean. Put a kitty away for it, and eventually I shall get one. But no, I promised. Like I said, I feel very spoilt at the minute with this new computer. So I've said to Melanie, do not be getting me anything for Christmas. No way. We'll spoil Melanie over Christmas, because that PC, like I said, I went for a slightly more expensive PC with no monitor or anything like that, just to put most of the money into the computer instead of the monitor and all that came with it. You know. Craftsman, I have limited service running out to my shop and can throw the breaker easily if I pull too many amps at once. Yeah, that's it, Craftsman. I know. And funny, you say that they're not hot. I've got an inspection lamp over in the corner here, and the heat kicking off it. As far as I know, it's an LED sail. You know, one of those sort of square. It's like a square sail in it, but it's kicking out some amount of heat. I can feel it from here. Bric-a-brac, mind you, I do like tea lights. Yeah. Melanie has a load of those wee tea lights scattered about the living room, and the battery lasts ages on them. Like we were saying, as long as you don't tinker with them, just leave them the way they are. Tinker with those things at all, and they just refuse to work. Oh, bric-a-brac. Oh, the actual tea lights. Proper tea lights. Oh, right, okay. Nice one, yeah, yeah. No, we have those wee battery operated ones. No, I keep the normal tea lights for craft purposes, you know, like making glue applicators or singeing plastic. That's it. £1 for 100. You got it. You got it. And the craftsman, when I was doing construction work, it was always the halogen lights, and yeah, they did. Yeah, they heat up the room all right, man. But yeah, I'm not sure if this one's halogen or not. I really do think it couldn't be LED. Not if it's kicking out heat like that. There's no way. There's no way. But again, my dad kindly gave me it. I was in his shed and I was saying I needed a decent light for the craft room, and bonus, in the cold weather it heats the room as well. What about that? At least I'm not burning the electric for no reason. Okay, getting there now. Like I say, I'm just being very fussy. I want this to have complete coverage first before starting any kind of shading or highlights or making it look more purple instead of pink. Bric-a-brac, maybe if the LED's behind the glass lens. Well, yeah, it's plastic. That's why I wondered. It's definitely made of plastic. Picture like a square panel, pretty much a square panel, but a wee bit bigger than this box. Square panel, and you can just see it as like a whatever light in the center of it. But it's very flat. It's low profile, so I just assumed it was LED. But no, I don't know. Who knows? It wasn't that expensive, so maybe that's why it's kicking out so much heat. But I made the mistake of looking at it there, and now my vision has went. It's very bright. Yeah, some heaters actually have halogen bulbs in them just for the heat, not the light. Yeah, they're bound to be getting those banned soon. That can't be safe. Can't be safe. Yeah, the cover might store the heat. Yeah, that's it. That's probably what it's doing, all right. Or maybe this, like a, what would you call it, a transformer or something in it, and that the heat's kicking off that. You know, like a step-down transformer kind of thing. Who knows? I just know it's heating the room. So I can't complain that much. It is cold here at the minute, like. Some of the LEDs get pretty hot. Could be a never knew. Okay, so it could be LED, alright. I suppose I just need to look on the back of it. I would soon tell me. Will I go and look in the back of it? I will. I'm going to go look at the back of it. Let me see. I'm curious now. Yeah, 24 watt LED. is it. This here, boy. Oh, come on, focus, focus. Well, 24 watt LED. I'll not change it at the camera. But man, it's hot. There, mystery solved. The T-bolt, nice one. What about you? And thank you, Craftsman. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. I still think it needs to be darker though. It's close, but I think overall it needs to be darker, and then I'll work my way back to lighter. You can see up on the top right there. I really do want to achieve that sort of sheen that he's got across the front there. Got a bit of a sheen there, and then just that sheen on those edges. You know, where it goes from a dark to slightly lighter. Well, that's the plan anyway. Yeah, Winby, Barbie pink at the minute. So, what I'll probably do, Bric-a-Brac was saying earlier that if I mix a wee bit of dark blue in with this, that should do the trick. So let's see. I have got a few blues here. There's those two. Oh, what else have I got? I think that's pretty much the same. Yeah, that's the same. So, I'll just leave what I've got in there for now and put a dab of blue in and see what happens. Yeah, I'll go for this lighter one, I think. Think so. The Craftsman, I know, jumped straight to the wash. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Yeah. No, just seeing there though, there is still a few bits I've missed on this. Just along the top there. And what I'll do is, I'll hit him with the hairdryer first. Get that all dry. Where's my... There we go. Cheers. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, the darker one, you reckon, guys? Yeah, okay. Like I said, I'll use the last of what I've got up in here just to do a wee bit of experimenting and see what colour it goes. So will do. I'll add the darker one first. Nice one, guys. Thank you. This is while you're here. The Craftsman, no, you're doing it right now. Yeah. Oh yeah. Was that the hairdryer or the darker blue? So let's see. What about that? Not even opened. Will do, Craftsman. Go get a brew on there. Right, let's see. Just a tiny bit, I think, is all I'm gonna need. Ginger brew, that sounds interesting though, Craftsman. Alrighty, Bric-a-Brac, let me see. I'll just use the same brush I've been using. Take a tiny wee bit. Oh yeah, that's the ticket. That's definitely the ticket. Now what I'll do is put a wee bit more purple on there. It was talking about way earlier with the wash. I like how you take your time and don't jump the gun. I've already been bathing and washed. That's it. Taking my time. Saturday night painting. No rush. No rush. And yeah, I'll put a wee bit more pink out first. I just want to make sure I mix up enough of this so I don't have to be mixing it again. The T-Boat, love watching crafting around crafting. Yeah, me too. Me too. Normally have something on in the background. Oh yeah, this is gonna work a treat. And then, just curious, but if it was me to lighten this back down again, I'd be tempted to try and add some yellow. Would that be the way to go, or would it just go straight with white? If anybody has any input on that, I'm sure Bric-a-Brac or Darth could help me out with that. But yeah, I'd be tempted just to add a wee bit of yellow, just to try and bring it the other direction. That is lovely, that has worked out really well. Let's see, I'll get a bit of white paper. You can see it a bit better. Let's see. Oh yeah. Really nice, really nice. Yeah. Lovely base, really nice. And Tom, you listen to music? Yeah, I'm the same. Either music or somebody else's craft video. And Bric-a-Brac, depends on what you want to do. I would lighten them with white or light blue. Okay. And Darth, you're colourblind anyway. Oh right, alrighty. I can't imagine what that would be like. I really can't. Although sometimes you think that are other people seeing colour the same way that you see it? Who knows? Who knows if you're seeing the same colour? Well, obviously Darth, you're not because you're colourblind, but I mean everyone else is seeing the same colours that I'm seeing. It could be totally different to them, but it would still could be called purple. And the T-Boat for me, it's this or Gojira movies. Alright. Would that be a manga or a animated, is it? Right, I'll start underneath here first again, just to see what this looks like. But I think it's going to be lovely. Oh yeah. Just perfect. I mean, it's spot on. So what I'll do is I'll get at this dark colour all over, and then I'll work my way back. I'll start lightening that up and dry brushing it from the centre out kind of thing and on the edges. I think that should work real well. Oh, Godzilla, oh nice one. Funny, I was watching that new Godzilla last night. Godzilla and Kong, where the whole Hollow Earth theory sort of panned out. That was pretty cool. Yeah, good movies. Notice that still a wee bit of that blue on the end of the brush. Oh, just get rid of that. Red green, okay. I think that's quite a common one. Red green colorblind. I had a friend, and I've actually Luke Harrison, one of my Patreons. I know for a fact that he's red green colorblind. Yeah. But yeah, I remember playing snooker with a guy when I was younger. Jeffrey Tweedy, you called him. I'm sure he's not watching that, but I don't mind me saying his name. And he always used to have to ask which one the brown was, and I always find that very strange. There's asking, so is that definitely the brown? And he could have lied to him. He could have told him anyone was a brown. I know, boy, and he would have been hitting a red. And yeah, I always thought he was. When you're younger, you sort of think that can't be right. He's faking that, But yeah, get a wee bit older and realise that it's a real thing. And Darth, perhaps wipe the dark off in the raised areas. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But I think if I, like I said, just dry brush and just catch those edges, and on the first pass, sort of heavily dry brush the edges, and then lighten it down again, and then lightly dry brush the edges. I think that's the way I'm gonna go. Again, just to try and experiment with something a bit different. Bric-a-brac there. Some tablets with a broken green are a bit too close together. Rather like terracotta. Okay. Alrighty. Aye, magic glasses, Darth, I'm sure. Oh, cure your colour blindness with these magic glasses, aye, right? Yeah. Definitely invented by somebody that's not colourblind, I would say. T-Bo, do you prefer the old school guy in a suit Godzilla movies? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Maggie, don't add yellow to purple, it'll just go nasty brown. Nice one, Maggie, though. Thanks for jumping in. Good to see you. What about you? And will do. I shall do that. Not add yellow. Again, it was just my sort of, what would you call it, my take. I hadn't actually tried it yet. I thought it might be the way to go, but obviously not. Obviously not. This blue has worked lovely, and I could imagine then lightening it back down with the lighter blue, or I've even got a lighter blue again. That could be the way to go to get it nice and, to lighten it back down again in the opposite direction. But at the minute, what I'll probably do is get this as far as I get it tonight, and then pick it up again tomorrow night. And hopefully tomorrow night I can get both my cameras working, and can be a bit more interactive kind of thing. But like, I couldn't even tell you what time it is now. What, 10:30? I'm alright for now. Keep going for a while yet. Later in that case, some white. Oh, okay, bric-a-brac, no problem. Will do. Will do. Use some white. Alrighty, I'll put those away then. But yeah, that blue has just worked a treat. It's just spot on. Obviously, probably can't see it quite right just yet. But when I get this all coated, it's gonna be spot on, matching the colour of that original design. Okay, yeah. Bric-a-brac, little tip to the relative brightness of your colours. Try squinting at them, it takes out some of the colour. Okay, okay. Oh, see what you mean? Oh, flip me. See exactly what you mean. Alright. And then T-bolt, what is the scale? Oh, T-bolt, I don't really work in scales. Don't really work in scales. Whatever the bits and pieces I can find dictate, really. It's, yeah, the junk. The junk dictates the scale, I think, is the way I would put that. You know, the base for this guy was a PVC pipe. That main body piece there is a PVC pipe. So obviously the circumference of that kind of sets the overall size, you know. Gretsch Zeppelin. Hey Andy, built a spray bottle a couple of weeks ago. Looks good, primed and ready to go. I'm nervous about applying the paint. Thanks for the cool contact. Nice one, Gretsch Zeppelin. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right there. Thanks for jumping in. But yeah, just go for it. Don't be nervous. I'm always nervous when it comes to painting too. You think you're gonna ruin it, but like we always say, keep your paint nice and thin. Don't be globbing it on too thick. And there's nothing really you can do wrong. If it doesn't look right, you can always put more paint on. Yeah, I know, but yeah, I still get nervous too before painting, thinking that, oh, I hope I don't mess this up. And so you can see, even nervous about mixing colours. It's not, you know, it's down to experience, really. So you won't get that experience until you try. Just go for it. And Winby, it looks like 137 scale. Okay. I know, Darth, I know, scale of stuff in general. Yeah, I suppose if I had a minifigure or something to work from, I could maybe work to a wee bit of scale. You know, if you had some, you know, something relative to work to. But yeah, that's all too serious for me. You're worrying about scale, taking it too seriously, I think. But I think more plays for the guys that are into tabletop gaming and stuff like that. I would think. Oh, and I just see the internet on my phone has just stopped working. I hope that's not the case for the stream as well. My chat here has stopped. Oh, there we go. Back again. Happy days. Back again now, Bric-a-brac. Still see it. That's why that was a bit concerning. I don't want anything more going wrong tonight. I don't think I could handle it. And yeah, Maggie, I really should get myself a colour wheel. It wouldn't be the first time I've looked it up online, the colour wheel, just to sort of make sure I'm doing something right. They are handy to have. I should really get my hands on one. Aye, an internal colour wheel. Yeah, that would be handy. That would be handy. Oh, excuse me. Fix my light a wee bit there. Still not happy with some of these bits in the nooks and crannies that are still showing a wee bit. Don't you know they'll show up in the pictures always? But of course just comes from, yeah, that's it. Experience. All down to experience. Definitely. And obviously with experience comes confidence too. Just get more confident in what you're doing. Aye, willingness to mess it up. That's it. Don't be afraid to mess it up, of course. Although I will admit, any times I have worried about messing up, or if I thought maybe a paint job isn't going my way, it always turns out okay. It's, you know, it's never the end of the world. You always can sort of get it to a point where you might not be 100% happy with it, but you'll still be proud of what you've done, and learn something for the next time. That's always important. And Bric-a-Brac recommend things like grabbing a pack of cheap army men. Yeah, that's a good idea. Grabbing a pack of cheap army men and practice your miniature painting on those. You can get a bucket of those for about £5. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, Martin, what does your other half think of all the models? Oh, Melanie is encouraging no matter what I do. I don't think it would matter. She would always tell me that she's proud of what I do. I think that would be the case. Yeah, I know. But I mean, to the point where I'm in the craft room here at the minute, so all my models are displayed behind me. But before I was in here, it was all in the living room. So she obviously didn't mind that much. They were all spread all over the living room on shelves and units and stuff in there. So yeah, no, Melanie's very supportive when it comes to anything at all I do. I could pick up anything and she'd be, yeah, go for it, you can do it. And Darth, about 2/3 of your models are unpainted. Aye. No, I try not to start the next one until I finish the one that I'm on. Even if I'm dragging my heels a bit on it or not enjoying it, what I'm doing, I'll still say no, I'm not starting the next thing until this is finished. I'm very strict when it comes to that. I think recording it for YouTube helps though, because obviously I have to get the video finished. Yeah, I know. But I'm certainly never feeling any pressure from the YouTube algorithm, if you know what I mean. I don't feel like, oh no, I haven't posted in 7 days, I'll need to get one up. If I don't get a video sorted in 7 days, I don't get it sorted. It'll go up when it's up. I'm not putting myself under any pressure, kind of thing. Only 2/3. Fear, false evidence appearing real. That's it, Tom. Yeah. Crispy chicken, what about you? Nice one. One of these days you do some terrain. Ooh, alright, just when you say that, I was messing around. I'll stick him in there for a second. And get my drink. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. So this is a base that I've started for this guy. Just a piece of Akajo wood. I don't know. It's like a wee sample of wood, and I just built it up with some pieces of where I don't have any. Some pieces of rubber mat first, just to build up some of that height, and then just covered the whole lot in some paper mache clay. So that's the terrain for that guy. He's going to sit on that, and that's about the extent of my terrain at the minute. I have got some bags of flocking here, but I've never really used them, and yeah, I might maybe try to use some of those in the base, but no, that's the idea for him. So yep, thanks for bringing that up, Crispy Chicken. I meant to show that earlier, just need to get it drilled out, but I'm just using this heavy one for now. This is good and heavy, you know, for getting him painted on, and when I'm blasting him with a hairdryer, he's not scooting around the place. Darth Buzz, paper mache clay, is that the same as foam clay? I don't really know what foam clay is, but I can explain. Paper mache clay is just shredded up newspaper, some PVA glue, and some wall filler, you know, like a pre-mixed wall filler or poly filler, something like that, just all mixed together, and that's what that is. So foam clay, though, I don't really know what that is. I'm sure they're quite similar. I think you could probably use air dry clay as well. I've got some of that, but no, I used the paper mache clay just because Melanie had some left over. Melanie experimented and made some up, and there was still a wee bit left over, so I just used it up. And yeah, it's great stuff. Great stuff. There's Melanie. Nice one, Melanie. Are you familiar with Wylock? There's a lot of good terrain making crafters out there, and some good techniques from... No, I'm not familiar with it. No, bric-a-brac. And foam clay. Kayla, nice one. What about you? First time catching one of these. Good. Glad you could make it. And yeah, bric-a-brac, I think the air dry clay would tend to shrink. But for bases and terrain, I don't think that would matter, especially if you're making, you know, like like a textured rock or whatever, or a sort of wasteland scene, I don't think it would matter the cracking. That's it, Tom. That's it, Tom. And yeah, Darth, homemade clay, nice and cheap. Nice and cheap, just the way we like it. Emotes are terrifying. Not at all. Get Tor in there. You don't need to worry. Even at this stage, still finding bits sitting with no paint on them up in here. Look, no paint at all up in here. That's no good. And Kayla, yes I am. Yep, I'm learning a load of different purples. That's the plan. I'm gonna try and get this with darkest purple first, and then layer it up from there, getting lighter and lighter. Just trying to highlight those edges with a lighter purple. That's the plan. And thankfully Bric-a-Brac has been keeping me right when it comes to mixing colours. And Darth Buzz too. Keeping me right. It's as well they're here. And yeah, for tomorrow night I'll have to get some close-up shots of the graffiti on him and that wee symbol that he's got there just to the top right of his face there. That's like a wee symbol, a wee gang symbol or something it is. So I'll have to sketch that out just to get my head around whatever shape that is. Yeah, Bric-a-Brac, here's one of Wyloc's vids. Nice one, Bric-a-Brac. I will check that out when I'm finished. Wylock though, I've never heard of that. Wylock. And yeah, Bric-a-Brac, I think it could get darker in the recesses, yeah. But a wash, I'm hoping if I make up a darker wash, I'll get that into some of the recesses a bit easier. I don't want to hassle you, but what happened to Cecil? Cecil. Tom, not ringing any bells. Cecil? What am I missing there? Cecil. Gratch, in the mood now for some painting. Nice one. That's cool. Some Saturday night painting. And Mel, I think I have some mica powder close to that No, I'm not fussed on the micro powder mill just because it has like a glitter effect. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, no. It to me it's too glittery. Too glittery. Has like those like small particles in it that I don't like. Anyway, sometimes you'll get that off metallic paint as well. So no, thank you, Mel. Thank you. Crispy chicken. Anyone following Boiled Eye Hobby Time? Sure am. Crispy chicken, unbelievably cool. That whole Wild West world that he's building is unbelievable. And it was him that I got that tip off of, you know, hitting the plastic with the blowtorch first, just to help it stick together if you've got a stubborn plastic that doesn't want to stick. Yeah, Boiled Eye Hobby Time, good show. Very entertaining videos too. Oh, Tom, your spider bot. Yes, mate. Oh, totally. Your spider bot. Don't worry about that. I will be getting that off next week. The postage just costing me on all of them way more than I expected. It was just a bit of a shock. So we got a few off there last week, and then next week I'll get a few more off. Tom, I know. I'm sorry about that, man, but I will get them there. Like I said, I was a bit shocked when it came to some of the postage. I think it was a bit too generous when it comes to the bubble wrap, and the weight is just a bit much. So I took them home and rewrapped some of them just to make them a bit lighter. I didn't want to compromise too much on packing. Yeah, I know, but yeah, I was a bit shocked. I think it was a bit naive, just thinking it was going to be cheaper than it was. But yeah, don't worry, Tom. Cecil will be with you quite soon. And Kayla, how will I be getting the kind of iridescent metal look? Yeah, that's I'm hoping when the dry brushing will come in, and then when I finish the dry brushing, I'll come back with some metallics and just hit some of the edges, just to do some dry brush metallics just on the edges. And I'm hoping that should give me the look that the concept art has. That's what I'm hoping anyway. And yeah, I think there's a load following Boiled Eye Hobby Time there. Really good channel. Like, definitely worth checking out if you don't already know it. Boiled Eye Hobby Time. I think he's linked in one of my videos if you want to check it out. And Kayla, the consistency he has is amazing. Thank you. As you know, when I always come to painting stuff, I do worry you're gonna ruin all your hard work. Yeah, now that you've said that, bric-a-brac, I don't know, I might go darker. Let's see. Yeah. I think it could be darker, alright. Let's see. And Studson Studios, yeah, would agree. Studson Studios, very good. Let's see. I shall take a wee nick of this. Oh, maybe too much. And just darken this down. Because I really do want those recesses really dark. More purple, I think. Always worry not mixing up enough, so I'll probably mix up way too much here. But okay, try a separate mix. Will do. Well, let me see. I'll get another mix going over here. And the T-Bow, Bill making stuff. Oh yeah, Bill's been in a few times in the live stream, so he has jumped in a couple of times. Okay, so I'll keep that then as my lighter pink. Just get most of this off my brush. And then I'll take a load of blue here and make a darker one. Oh yeah. Sorry, just checking shot here. Zombie, White X Army and Black Magic Craft. Yeah, okay. Okay. And the castle, oh, Howl's Moving Castle, that was an unbelievable build. That was massive. I can't imagine painting that. I really can't. And then your build's latest build, it's massive as well. Massive big thing. Okay, I think we're there. And yeah, bric-a-brac, now we're talking. And Kayla, I think a tiny bit more pink. No, I think between these two we're good. I think between these two we're looking good. Yeah, I know. What I'll do is I'll take my darker one here and go into all these recesses on all the cracks. And well, maybe all over. Just maybe all over, I think would be the way to go. Oh yeah, keep it just for the darkest places. Yeah, alrighty. I'll change my brush. Let me see. Clean this one off. And just get into those recesses with that dark stuff. Get one of my fine brushes. And thin it out so it's more of a glaze. Okay. Okay. Although let me check my pink first. Just to see how I'm going. I need to get a coat on there. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. What are we doing here? What are we doing first? Just make sure I don't forget about these. The rabbit ear antenna is what I'm calling them. And yeah, what I'll do with that dark stuff is, yeah, I'll water a wee bit of it down and just try to keep it under control and get it into all the deepest sort of places. And then maybe come straight back in with my lighter stuff and try to maybe blend them together a wee bit. I'll see, but I'll definitely get into those. I like it now that it's down that dark. You know, if you look at the... Oh, sorry about that. Apparently it's 4 minutes to power off. Press any key to cancel. Oh no, don't do that, please. Oh, it was the TV monitor. Alright, panic over. My TV monitor was on a timeout. Oh, it was getting ready to turn off. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. I don't know, bric-a-brac thing. The screen was moving there. Yeah. I hope it looks okay now. I was like I said, the PC's set up over here behind me, and a wee warning come up there on the screen that it was about to shut down. So I moved it there for a second. Sorry. Nice one, nice one. Nervous, definitely nervous using the computer. Just not being familiar with it. It'll take me a wee while just to get my head around it. I'm just trying to get this first coat of pink as even as possible just before I go back in here with my darker pink. Or purple, sorry. And this bit at the top here, this sort of panel here with the curve in it's going to be gold. So I shouldn't have really went over it as hard as I did. That could be harder to cover now. Okay. Darth decaf torture Yorkshire tea needed. Nice one. A nice one, Kella. That's good. At least you're getting something from it. I'm glad to hear it. And funny, did anybody see Miniature Hobbyist's post about he seemed to be getting a lot of problems in his comments? People moaning about what he's doing. He's doing that stuff with sprues, you know, the sprue goo. And yeah, he put a big write up on his community post there, just about people moaning about what he's doing. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Oh, missed a wee bit there. Yep, looking pretty in pink. And bric-a-brac, yeah, you seen that yourself then, aye? Trying to appease the analytics gods, that's true. Just keep yourself happy. I know I really don't want to fall into that trap. If it ain't fun, it ain't done. That's the way I'm looking at it. At the start, I really did sort of try to keep the analytical or the YouTube algorithm in mind, and no, not anymore. Not anymore. There's no point in trying to please this mystical thing that nobody really knows anything about. And Kayla, yeah, it's miniature hobbyist. Miniature hobbyist. He does a lot of stuff with sprues. He melts down sprues in alcohol, and you get like a goo, like a goopy sprue goo, he calls it. And you can mold stuff with it, and flip. You can do a lot of stuff with it. Worth checking out. I'm sure bric-a-brac. There you go, bric-a-brac. Nice one. Yeah, worth checking out, definitely. But yeah, it's just not nice to hear people getting, you know, he's his channel. You can really see he puts a lot of effort into what he's doing, and I would be happy watching him do anything. I really don't mind as long as it's crafting. I'll be watching. That's the way I look at it. It's better than most things that are on TV anyway. Oh yeah, getting there now. Definitely, that color is working a treat. Acetone bric-a-brac, yeah, that's the one. Acetone mixes the sprues into it. And crispy chicken, yeah, it just seems to be people are complaining. You know what people are like. There's no pleasing everyone. But I think he was doing a lot of live streams there recently, and probably what has happened is he's got a lot of trolls and stuff coming in off the live stream. They've been moaning that they want to see more of one thing and not of another, and stuff like that. Yeah, you can't please everyone. People call Karen. Yeah. Oh, sorry, knocked the camera. Okay. I think I'll hit him with a hairdryer and then start on some of this purple glaze. Alright guys, let me see. There we go. Alrighty, sorry about that. I'm back. Aye, bric-a-brac, I know that's the kind of does suck if your name is Karen. You know, no, we can't tar all Karens with the same brush, but yeah, it seems to be the case. The male equivalent of a Karen. That's a fair point. I couldn't tell you what the male equivalent of a Karen is. No. Alrighty, so I'm going to take my dark stuff here. I've watered it down big time. Going to put some on the bottom edge of the arms and hands. So bric-a-brac, would I be right in saying then a glaze is pretty much somewhere in between a wash and normal paint? You're not watering it down quite as much as you would a wash, but you're still watering it down enough that the colour below shines through. Would that be the best way of describing a glaze? Currents, and it's not Andy, and that's all you care about. Ken, there you go. Kayla got it. It's Ken. Of course it's Ken. Bing says Ken. Oh, well then, there you go. Kayla was right. It's Ken. Okay, a bric-a-brac, yeah. So a glaze medium. I'll have to keep an eye for some of that. Yeah. Ernie. Ernie for me. Just seeing how well I can blend this. Oh yeah. Aaron, nice one. How's it going, man? What about you? What about you? And Kayla, yeah, the dry brushing, well, it'll just make it pop when it comes to the dry brushing stage, certainly, with the metallics. Tom, I think we're going to have to name it Lily. Lily? Okay, yeah. I'll go for that. Lily. Oh, just check. Have I lost my desktop audio? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Sorted. Yep. And bric-a-brac, you can hear alright. Nice one. Good, good. Good, good. Oh, flip it, there's 11:30. My word. I didn't realise it was so late, folks. Flip me. Time flies when you're having fun, though, doesn't it? That's why everything's starting to shut down on there on my computer. Everything's going on to standby. Lily in the Pink, a song by The Scaffold. And Crispy Chicken, right now, yeah, half past 11 p.m. Half past 11. I started at 9, well, just after 9. I was a wee bit late because of my technical issues that I had. So I don't know how that's reading on the camera, but to me it's starting to look pretty good. This darker purple into these recesses is working lovely. These tanks are going to be gold, so I'm not too worried about getting them plastered. But yeah, looking good. Looking very good. Crispy Chip, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago. Oh, nice one. Nice one. Near dinner time. Near time for some grub. I think you push it further, but then your highlights will probably... Oh yeah, I'm still... Oh, don't worry, Brick, still pushing. Oh, I'm not stopping now. Oh, no way. Pushing as far as the dark goes, do you think it could go darker in the recesses? Because I think after I hit this with a hairdryer and get another coat into the darker areas, I think it'll be looking good. Gold, I thought they were fluorescent green. No, Darth. No, gold. And terrain, you never got a notification. That seems to be the case. YouTube isn't really great at notifying about live streams. Yeah, no, they really don't. But that's why I tried to release a video, like a trailer video first, just to try and let everybody know. But it never seems to work out that way. Cheers, by the way. Cheers. Near finished. And Sonny, the purple and orange. Oh, that could be good, yeah. Purple and orange. Do I have any? No purple and orange bats about. So let's see. I shall hit this guy with a hairdryer once more. There we go. Sorry about that. So let's see how we're looking. Yep, I think I agree, you know, darker. Darker, let me see. Let me just see what effect this has now. Just get myself a clean brush. Winby, no problem, Winby. Thank you. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Good night. Shall see you later. Bric-a-brac time is going to take to see how much contrast. Yeah, but I have been Bric-a-brac. Really good. Really good, like. So yeah, I think darker, it could go darker into those recesses. Big time. Yeah, no, I think you're right. Especially when you squint at it, there could be a wee bit more contrast there between the dark and the light. Yeah, I know. But yeah, happy so far, without a doubt. He's looking very good. And that's always a bonus when you're happy with what you've done at the end of the night. And as I'm putting this on Bric-a-brac, I'm squinting. I'm staying squinted. It's yeah, it's definitely a cool trick. We could probably afford a touch of black. Okay, yeah. For the very darkest of dark. Yeah. Dorothy, Tom, my mum said if you squint too long, it'll stick like that. Yeah, my nanny used to say the same thing. If the wind changes, your face will stay like that. My nanny used to say the same thing, man. All squinting at the screen. Yeah. Everybody squinting. Bric-a-brac, you could try blocking a bit of your highlight early. I know I'm really busting to do that highlight there along the front and on these edges. But no, I'll wait. I'll get my darkest darks on first. Yeah, I know. But it would be nice, yeah, to get a wee bit of light there on the front, just to make those edges pop a wee bit more. But I'll stick with it for now. I'll stick with the dark. And then yeah, I'll be tempted to mix up or add a wee bit of black to this darkest purple, just to get it even darker again and into those recesses. Right, I'm gonna go for it, yeah. I'm gonna hit it with a hairdryer. I'll mix up some. Let's see. Yeah, Bric-a-brac, most certainly. You should be getting your own channel. Without a doubt. So I'm gonna take some of this stuff out and put it there. And then add a tiniest wee bit of white. Talk a better game than you play. I would not believe that for 1 second. That's the thing about a homemade wet palette. The edges or the container sides are very high. Sometimes it can be a bit hard to get into. Okay, I think that's light enough. And yeah, Bric-a-brac container definitely is something a bit shallower would be nice. I mean, this is quite shallow. You can see it's only a couple inches deep, but it does make a big difference, especially when the palette starts filling up. I'll invest in a proper wet palette at some stage, I'm sure. I'm just watering this down ever so slightly. Alrighty, let's see how this goes. Oh, maybe hit this with a hairdryer first, just to make sure. Matt, what about you, Matt? Nice one. Glad you could jump in. I'm just wrapping up. I'm just about to wrap up. I'm gonna try this highlight here along the front of this guy just to see how it goes, and then I'll leave it for tonight and pick it back up again tomorrow night. Yeah, no. I was trying to take a leaf out of your book tonight, Matt, and make my stream a wee bit better, but my second camera failed on me. Let me see. I originally had a wee face cam up there in the top left, but it's not working, and yeah, hopefully I'll get it working again for tomorrow night. And then let me see. I had a chat scene and all sorted out. That was supposed to be a chat scene there that I could have talked in, and yeah. So you can see that it didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. So let's see. I'll get my hairdryer sign. Oh. Cheers. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry, T-Bolt. Yeah, the wet palette. Yes, the wet palette. Make it a bit easier. Basically, one of these kitchen sponges. Cut the size. And then what I did at the start was I took some of this parchment paper. This is just parchment paper that you would use in the kitchen, and put it over the top. But then I invested in some of this wet palette paper. It wasn't too expensive, yeah, I know, for a pack of that. So I use that now instead. And yeah, so just put that in the lunchbox, cover it with some water. You don't need to completely soak it, but just make sure it's nice and damp, and then put a bit of your wet palette paper over the top. And it just means when I'm finished here, it just means when I'm finished, I can put the lid on that, close it up, and that'll be fine to use for the next few days. And I do find though when it's sat, the paint has sat in the palette overnight, it does go a wee bit watery. But for these thick paints, it works quite well because it almost turns to nice ink. It's a bit of a bonus with this one. Okay, let's see. And yeah, Matt, that's it. Learn as we go. I know. I thought I had it sussed. I had it all going last night with a nice face cam going and different scenes and stuff set up, and it was all working lovely. But yeah, it just wasn't meant to be tonight. And you can see there at some stage I broke that arm. I wonder can I get it off? Yeah, that's better. Go together okay, won't it? Yeah. Ah well, sure, it happens. So I'm just gonna take it and put a light streak right across there, something like that. And then just clean my brush off. Red Meadow Knives, nice one. What about you, Red Meadow? Happy days. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I think it's gonna achieve the desired effect anyway. Still squinting at it though. Helps a lot. Let's see, can I get a better shot there? T-Boat easily use up a paint I pour at the time. If not, I leave it to dry out and peel it off. Aye. Yeah. No, when you're working on something like this, it's going to take you more than a couple of nights. It is handy to be able to go back to your wet palette. It definitely is handy. But yeah, it's a shame I broke the arm, but sure. And yeah, bric-a-brac for the final highlight. Almost white, I know, for it to show up. I've another lighter one here. Let me see. I just heard your voice echo of your voice and sounded like it was mixed into the music. Seriously? Flip me. I hope it's not going wrong. Oh, and I should really get rid of it. Oh, sorry. That? Aye. Don't need that. You turn me back for 5 minutes and a wee disaster happens. Nah, we're all good. We're all good, Darth. No, it'll pop right on. What do you see? Eh? No problem. No problem. I just wasn't paying attention. And yeah, it's getting there, especially with the metallic highlights. Should help show that off. I don't like how it's left like a line there. I'll have to see about fixing that. There's almost like a line there, you know, between the two, separating that white. See right about there. I'll have to see about fixing that. But otherwise, yeah, it's definitely coming together. Definitely those mixture of colours is looking really good. Yeah, I know. Bric-a-brac, actually it's gonna, yeah, brush matte layer on matte And yes, Matt, your Christmas idea, was yours the Mad Max style sled on Santa, Mad Max Santa? I normally agree, but I think you can make it work. Yeah, I think I'll make it work. Alright, yeah. I'll make it work. It's, yeah. It just needs tidied now, you know what I mean? Some of it, it's a bit wishy-washy here and there. It just needs crispened up a wee bit, you know? Thanks, guys, thank you. And yes, Matt, then I don't know, Matt. I'm not really not hyped up about a Christmas build at all. Like I was saying, I really don't like the idea of building a bot and then just painting him red and giving him white cuffs and the usual boots and stuff like that. There, I don't know. I want to try and come up with something a bit unique, but that might not be the case. You know. And Red Meadow Knives, hey everyone, the kids and I are working on some Christmas ornaments. Nice one, Christmas ornaments. That's exactly what I'm talking about at the minute. I was trying to make some sort of Christmas bot for the Christmas tree. Would be cool, you know, that kind of small scale size. Maybe using up some more of my lids, or you know, something else I can get my hands on. But yeah, just a nice wee simple build that's accessible, you know, that everyone can try. Would be nice. And yeah, bric-a-brac, right enough, the metal highlight, that I know what you mean, that's drying out really nice for that metal look. I know what you mean. Yeah. Krampus, yeah, Matt Krampus, I know. A nice one, Darth, in on a skilling recently. That's not far from me at all. And a skilling's only down the road. And the T-Bolt, a snowman lid bot, that's another fair point. Like are we talking an evil snowman or just your standard? I would be more along the lines of maybe an evil Christmas or an evil snowman robot. You know. But yeah, folks, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. It's getting late. What time? There's 5 to 12. My word, the puppies will be wondering where I've been. Yeah, Matt, do some ornaments and have a contest. I was also thinking of that as well, of some sort of competition. You know, maybe with the patrons. You never know. Attack of the Deranged Mutant Killer Snowman. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm thinking. And yeah, Darth, that's my point. See, that's a good point when you bring up the Futurama Father Christmas. That's exactly what I think of when I think about a Christmas bot. You know what I mean? Just that Futurama style Santa, and it just doesn't do anything for me. It really doesn't do it. You know? And yeah, T-Bolt, that's the lids would stack up really well for an evil snowman. They sure would. Yeah, I know. But yeah, let me see. I'll get my lid on here. Keep those till tomorrow. Because yeah, I'll most definitely see you tomorrow night. I shall be here if you fancy it. And we'll keep going with this guy a wee bit more. See if we can refine this paint job a wee bit more. Yeah, I know. But certainly that white highlight or the light highlights is working lovely in combination with that darker. So it is. But yeah. That's a Calvin and Hobbes reference. Okay. Attack of the Deranged Mutant Killer Monster Snow Goons. Aye, right enough. Yeah. And thanks, Darth. Yes, good night to everyone. Yes, good night, good evening, and good morning, and wherever you are. Enjoy the rest of your day, or have a good night. Yeah, I know, but 12 o'clock for me, I think it's time to let the dogs out and go to bed, I think. And thank you, Tom. Yeah, this is definitely one of my prouder builds. The detail on this has turned out so well, and thanks to the help of everyone, bric-a-brac especially, keeping me right on these paints. I think the contrast is going to work. I'm going to get it looking exactly like this guy up here, just the way I want it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, very happy with it. Really appreciate all your tips, Bric-a-Brac and everyone. Thank you. I appreciate all your help. Yeah, I know. Grat Zeppelin, peace. See you later. Good night. Mark, good night, man. Thank you. Thanks everyone for jumping in. Bric-a-Brac, especially, yes, my moderator, keeping everyone in tow there. No problem, Bric-a-Brac. Obviously, just jump in when you can. Matt, thank you. Ted, nice one, Ted. Can't remember if I said hello or not, but nice one, Ted. Thanks for jumping in. Red Meadow Knives, thank you. Thank you. I know, Ted. Yeah, sorry, the stream's just ended, man. You're just too late. Just too late. But I was just saying, tomorrow night I'm gonna continue and do it a wee bit more, and hopefully by that stage I'll have my face cam up in the corner there sorted, and I'll be able to actually talk directly to you. Because I just, like I said, I mean, you can imagine I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Whereas if you know, if I know the face cam's on, at least I feel like I'm talking to you. You know. So yeah, I hope to get that sorted. It would be nice. Yeah, I know. Instead of having to check the chat on my phone, I could be checking it on the PC. You know. So yeah. If you've just jumped in, hello and goodbye. And if you've been here for a while, thanks for sticking around. I shall see you all tomorrow night, if you fancy dropping in. So until then, bye.